welcome to the course of Power Transmission Engineering. In today's lecture, we are going to derive the capacitance of a single phase transmission line. But before going to that, let us refresh what are the basics of. Before deriving this, we need to study some fundamentals that are Gauss law. What is Gauss law? Gauss law states that the surface integral of electric flux density is equal to the total charge that is enclosed. Mathematically, you can write it as surface integral of electric flux density is equal to total charge that is enclosed. After this, you have to find out what is the electric field intensity using the formula. Electric field intensity E is equal to d by epsilon. Here the overhead transmission line is in the air where the permittivity is equal to the absolute permittivity, so you can write it as epsilon naught, or you can also take it as the relative permittivity is unity. Okay, followed by this, you need to determine what is the potential difference or electric potential due to this electric field intensity, that is given by V is equal to minus integral E into dx. This minus indicates that the work done for moving the charge is against to the direction of electric field. Finally, you will get the capacitance by using the formula C is equal to Q upon V. You consider a line charge of a transmission line which is having infinite length. You assume that the charge is less coulomb per meter. In order to find out the electric flux density, we apply the Gauss law and find out what is the Gaussian surface. The Gaussian surface will be a cylinder of radius r, and the electric field intensity will be radially outwards. Okay, so here you apply Gauss law, surface integral of electric flux density over the Gaussian surface is equal to total charge enclosed. Okay, so here you can take out the surface integral of ds is equal to q. The surface area of a cylinder is given by pi d L, where L is the length of this cylinder. Or you can also write it as 2 pi into RL, because d is equal to 2r. Therefore, d integral ds is s, which s is given as 2 pi RL, that is equal to q. From this you can write d is equal to q by 2 pi r into L. This is the flux density. Now we have to find out what is V. V E is equal to d by epsilon naught, that is q by 2 pi epsilon naught into r. Okay. So using this equation, we have to find out potential difference. For that, suppose you have a charge plus q at the center. These are the electric field lines around the charge. Okay. Now you assume a point 1 which is at a distance r1 from the center of the conductor or charge. There is another point 2 at a distance r2 from the conductor. Now you have to find out what is the voltage between this point V1 and V2. So V12, which is taken as V1 minus V2, you can get it by using this formula, integral minus E into dx, where E stands for electric field intensity. So you substitute this equation here and you take the limits from R1 to R2 minus integral R1 to R2 is Q by 2 pi epsilon naught R into, sorry, here it is dr, so into dr. So this will be V is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught ln of R1 by R2. So this is in volts. Okay, here it is coulomb per meter square. This is volts per meter. Equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught ln of R1 by R2. With this fundamental, let us derive the capacitance of a single phase transmission line. Here we take the cross sectional view of a single phase transmission line. This is one line which is having a charge plus Q and a radius equal to R. This is a conductor. Okay, which is having a radius R, and this is also another conductor which is having a charge minus Q and it is also having a radius R. These two lines are conductors are separated by a distance D. So distance between the center of conductor 1, or you can call this conductor A and this conductor B, is capital D. So this is R, and also we assume D is very large than R. Okay, now we have to find out what is the capacitance of this transmission line. Further, we need to find out what is the electric field intensity at any point P which is at a distance x from the conductor. The electric field intensity is Ex. The direction of electric field will be radially outwards for a positive charge or for a positive conductor. So here the direction of electric field is in this direction. You can call it as Ea. Similarly, the electric field intensity due to the negative charge will be towards the conductor, that is attractive. Therefore, Eb will also be in the same direction. The electric field intensity at a point P due to the charge Q is given by E is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught into 1 by x plus the electric field intensity due to the charge minus Q at the point P is given by Q. Forget about the sign here because the electric field intensity is in the same direction. So here 2 pi epsilon naught into d minus x. So this is the electric field intensity. Now we determine what is the potential difference between this charge A and charge B, or conductor A and conductor B. That is, the potential difference is given by formula VAB, that is equal to negative of integral Ex into dx. Now here we have to find out what is the capacitance between these two lines. Therefore, we integrate the voltage VAB within the limits x is equal to R to x is equal to d minus R. Therefore, the potential difference VAB, potential difference between point A to point B is obtained by using this relation in the limits the distance of A, B, similarly the distance of charge A. So VAB is equal to minus the distance of B is D minus R, the distance is R. So we are moving the charge from a point Q minus R to R, that work done will give the potential difference. So it is Ex into dx, that will give you VAB is equal to minus of integral D minus R to R Q by 2 pi epsilon naught into 1 by x plus 1 by D minus x into dx. Okay. So upon doing this, you get VAB is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught. You can solve this. What is 1 by x? Integral 1 by x is log to the base e x. You substitute these limits and substitute here also in this place, you will get ln of D minus R upon R. Okay. So here we have considered that the distance of separation between conductors is very much larger than the radius of conductor. Therefore, you can neglect D minus R as nearly equal to D. Therefore, you substitute this VAB is equal to Q by 2 pi. So here you will get 2 into ln of D minus R by R. This 2 will cancel with this. You will get 2 by Q by pi epsilon naught ln of D by R. Okay. So this is the potential difference between the conductor A and conductor B, or line A and line B. From this, what is the capacitance AB? CAB is equal to Q by VAB. So you substitute this, Q will cancel, you will get phi epsilon naught ln of D by R. This is the capacitance between two phases or two lanes, which you will get it as units farads per meter. Okay. Now you can see this is the capacitance between two lines. You have to measure the capacitance, that is, this conductor is at charge plus Q, this conductor is at charge minus Q. So there must be some point which is neutral to this. So if you assume that there are two conductors which are in series, so this is point A, this is point B, there must be some neutral. So here, when you are asked to calculate the capacitance with respect to neutral, you can assume that there are two capacitors. This is CA, this is capacitor CB. These two are connected in series. So here you can take CA is equal to CB is equal to 2 times CAB. This is the capacitance with respect to neutral. This is the capacitance between two lines. So when you are asked to find out the capacitance between two lines, you use this formula. When you are asked to find out the capacitance with respect to neutral, you can use this formula. CAB is equal to CA is equal to CB is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught ln of D by R farad per meter. Now we will solve a numerical based on these formulas. We have derived. Find the capacitance of single phase line, which is 50 kilometers long, and it is consisting of two parallel wires, each of 0.5 centimeter in diameter, and they are separated by 1.5 meter apart. Suppose this is one conductor A, which is having a radius R, and this is another conductor A, B. It is also having radius R, and they are separated from each other by a distance of D is equal to 1.5 meters. You need to find out what is the capacitance CAB. So we know that the capacitance of a single phase parallel line is CAB is equal to pi into epsilon naught ln of D by R. So we know here they are given the distance of separation. We need to find out what is R and epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is given by 1 by 36 pi into 10 power 9 farad per meter. Okay. So here the radius is given by half of the diameter. Diameter is given as 0.5 centimeters. So it's by 2. Therefore it is 0.25 centimeters of 25 into 10 power minus 4 meters. So we substitute this. CAB is equal to pi epsilon naught is 36 pi into 10 power 9 ln naught. B is given 1.5 meters and R is calculated as 2.5 into 10 power minus 4 meters. Because 1 centimeter is 10 power minus 2, here you have 2 zeros, so you will get 25 into 10 power minus 4 meters. For solving this, you will get CAB is equal to 4.34 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. You have to find out what is the capacitance of entire line, because all the capacitance is distributed over the length of the line. Capacitance of the line is equal to 4.34 into 10 power minus 12. The length is given as 50 kilometers. That means 50 into 10 power 3 meters. So that you will get it as 0.2174 microfarad. So this is the capacitance of the parallel. Thank you.